Aloha, everyone. Today is the 28th of July, 2017, and this is Nexxus Partners Core Team Community Call. So glad you are here today. This call is going to be fantastic, full of information. It will probably go down in history as being one of the best Nexus calls. So get ready to just have fun with this, and you're going to learn a whole lot today. I'm Kelly B, and my crypto partner is Kelly Ann. How you doing this morning, Kelly?
I am excited about today, just about the information that's going to be, given out to everybody. So it's very informative, and Lucy and I are excited to be here.
All right. Excited and relaxed. Sounds good. Hey, Bill, how you doing?
Well, in honor of Gary's absence, it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood.
We're missing that Gary. We'll miss that Gary here today, but I'm sure he's listening in. It is a beautiful day for sure, a beautiful Nexus day. Hey, Bob, how you doing?
I'm doing great. Gary's driving up here to our offices for some important meetings we have this morning, but he is listening in and he heard everything that Bill just sang.
Oh, no.
All right, sounds good. All right, great. We got a great call, as we've said, but let's go ahead. And do we have any recognitions today, Bob?
We do have one. This is a little belated. Joyce Becker, who's up in the township of Washington, New Jersey, is a qualified affiliate. She qualified actually a little while back. She passed all 3 exams, and it just slipped her mind to send in her email to sales@nexusrewards.com. But we received that this week. We want to give Joyce recognition for that because she's been a staunch supporter of Nexus for a long time and helping us in every way she can. And she's gone through and shown her true dedication and done the work herself to get educated and to become certified and represent Nexus Rewards.
Fantastic, Joyce. Yes, absolutely. Is there anyone else that would like to recognize anybody? You're welcome to write it in the question room, or I can unmute your mic if you raise your hand.
Yeah, and way to go, Joyce. Sorry we missed that. I cannot mute myself, so if somebody could mute me on occasion, that'd be great. It won't allow me.
We don't want to mute you.
Well, my dog is going to start snoring, and you're not going to want to.
All right, sounds great. Okay, I don't see any more hands raised, but so great. Well, we'll put up with Lucy's snoring. Maybe she'll actually tune in and stay awake. So, okay, guys, we've got some great information to go over today, and so let's get to that. People are wondering what's happening with the Bitcoin hard fork that's supposed to happen on August 1st. So, Bob, what is some latest information you have on that?
Yeah, I've done quite a bit of research on it, trying to keep up on it myself, and everyone's kind of fearful of this hard fork. It's almost like, when they had the turn of the century, everyone was thought the world was going to come to an end, when we hit the year 2000. It's really not that complicated at all. To put it in simple terms, the fork is just another coin that's being formed off of Bitcoin. That's all it is. All the exchanges are on the night before, is about an hour or two before midnight on July 31st. All the exchanges that I've been reading are going to freeze transactions in Bitcoin. So there's no Bitcoins being transferred for a short period of time until things stabilize. The reason for that is because this forked coin is a historical fork. It's called Bitcoin Cash, C-A-S-H, with a trading symbol BCC. It is an altcoin that is forking from Bitcoin, but it's going to maintain the history of the Bitcoin blockchain. What it means is if you own Bitcoins, then your Bitcoin address will be on 2 blockchains. It'll be on the Bitcoin blockchain, and it will be on the Bitcoin Cash blockchain. And you will be able to decide for yourself later which blockchain you want to use your coins on. The key during this transition for everyone is to own your own private key. So make sure that wherever your Bitcoins are stored, that you control the private key. That allows you then to use your Bitcoins on whichever blockchain you want to. Now, the reality is the vast majority of all people dealing Bitcoins are staying on the Bitcoin blockchain. They're not taking their Bitcoin address over to the new altcoin called BCC or Bitcoin Cash. A small percentage are. There's one company, I believe it's China-based, that is, they have about 4% of the mining power of Bitcoin. They're taking, and they have an exchange also, they're supporting the Bitcoin Cash. What that means is that there's enough support for that coin to exist for it to be able to continue on. There have been a couple other coins that have tried to fork off of Bitcoin. One was called Bitcoin Classic, another was called Bitcoin Unlimited. They were not able to successfully do that because they didn't have enough following to go with them. But it is just a fork from Bitcoin, which is the introduction of a new altcoin that maintains the blockchain that of Bitcoin. Again, so your address, your Bitcoin address will be on two blockchains. You can't, it doesn't mean you can use it twice. That just means you get to choose whether you want to use your coins on the Bitcoin blockchain or if you want to use those on the Bitcoin Cash blockchain. The best thing to do to protect everyone is sit tight on your Bitcoins. Don't do any transactions around the first. Let the dust settle so you can see what happens, and then you'll get further instruction on what to do with your wallet. Make sure don't have to I didn't have time to research some to recommend to you, but make sure that you own the private key, that you have the private key to your Bitcoin address. That's really the key. That way, it doesn't matter what any company does. For example, if you have your Bitcoins in an online Bitcoin wallet like bitcoin.org, bitcoin.info, excuse me, then you don't hold your private key at all. They hold your private key for you. You just have a password, a login and password to get into your account. In that particular scenario, you would be forced to use your Bitcoins wherever bitcoin.info decided to go with your coins, because you would not be in control of your Bitcoins. You don't control the private key. You'd have to go, if they decided to say, okay, we're going to follow Bitcoin Cash, you wouldn't have a choice. You'd have to follow Bitcoin Cash because your wallet is under their control and they decide which blockchain they want to follow. So that's why it's important. Either look up the policy of the wallet that you're using and find out what their plans are to do, or to be super safe, just own your own private key. And there are some Bitcoin wallets where you own the private key. They don't hold it for you. So that's the latest. I do have a link. Michael will send this out in the summary and notes. It's a link to an article. You probably just Google it. It's on CoinDesk.com. It's one of the many articles that I was studying, but one of the best ones I came across was called Bitcoin Cash, Why It's Forking the Blockchain and What That Means. And there's a link to that. You can Google it. You can just Google Bitcoin Cash and you'll find plenty of information. If you're analytical like me and you want to really dig into stuff, you can learn further. But that's a summary on the hard fork. Nothing to worry about. Just control your Bitcoin private key and then wait for the dust to settle.
That sounds good. Claudia, we'll get to your questions in a little while when we get closer to those topics. Just so that you know, if you're looking, it's too late for a lot of people if they haven't got a hardware wallet to get one. They're all back ordered. They're all out of stock. So I know Ledger's 2 months out. But something that I've been using and Kellyanne's been using is the Exodus wallet that you can download. And the reason that I like this wallet, first of all, is because you can interchange. It gives people that don't know how to really exchange on currencies a way for them to also get into some other coins like Litecoin and Dashcoin, and it's an easy download. It's a nice little, you hold your keys, and it's on your computer, and it's very simple. Just download it. Kellyanne knows a lot about this. She shared it with me, and I got it, and I like it because I feel secure in this, as well as, especially if you guys have got your coins, say, on Coinbase right now, you might want to move over and download an Exodus wallet, and then you can have your control of your keys. So you want to make any comments on that, Bob or Kelly?
Yeah, the Exodus wallet, it is a great wallet. I spoke with Eric Voorhees, the founder of Shapeshift, when I was in New York, about that. And I was talking to him about the Exodus wallet. He highly recommended it, said he uses the Exodus wallet. But the Exodus wallet is tightly integrated with Shapeshift. Shapeshift is an altcoin, a decentralized altcoin exchange, and that's how the Exodus wallet gets its ability to do exchanges right in the wallet, is through its integration with Shapeshift. And Shapeshift is one of the exchanges that I'm talking to try to get the Nexus token listed on Shapeshift. Once that happens, then you'll be able to exchange the Nexus token in Exodus.
Fantastic. That's awesome. All right, let me see if there's any questions in regards to anything to do with the blockchain here and Bitcoin before we move on. No, they're all topics that we're going to get to shortly. All right, so let's get an update on the, let me go here. Let's get an update on the Nexus is it fully integrated? Are we the Nexus token?
Yes, it's been an exciting week because all the pieces have come together. The tools that we're using are all now recognizing the Nexus token. If you go to MyEther Wallet, as soon as you bring up MyEther Wallet, if you have and you open up your wallet, either through the private key or through the key store file, if you have a balance of Nexus tokens, it'll automatically show up, and MyEther Wallet will display that balance automatically. There's no longer any need to add a custom token, because the Nexus token now is one of the default tokens in MyEther Wallet, and it recognizes it. It does searching for it. One thing that's kind of cool is when I went to send some tokens, and I selected, there were two options. I could say I want to send Ether coins or Nexus tokens. When I selected Nexus token, it automatically knew what the gas that was required by that function in the smart contract for the Nexus token, and it put the number down in the balance. So that's one of the reasons I knew that it was fully integrated early on when I was noticing that. But it's fully integrated with, or it's a recognized default coin now, token, with MyEther Wallet. It also is, of course, recognized on Etherscan, which is the blockchain explorer. And we have you can click a link, and we provide all these links. But if you click a link, it'll take you right to the Nexus token. Right here, you're seeing these are quick links, these buttons here on nexuscoin.com, but it will take you directly to Nexus on that resource, wherever it was going. If it was going to Etherscan, it'll take you right to the Nexus token on Etherscan. If you click on Ether Delta, it'll take you right to the Ether Delta trading pair of Nexus and Ether. And now that's kind of cool. You don't even have to select Nexus in the list of symbols, but it comes right up, as Kelly's showing here. You see NXX and Ether right at the top. This is kind of neat too. Go to tokens and then scroll down to Nexus. I'll show you what they've done. They've got us up in the ends. There it is. If you click on NXX and their list of tokens, it pops up a window and gives a user more information about Nexus. It has information, our tagline about Nexus. It has a link to nexuscoin.com. So the Nexus symbol is fully integrated with Ether Delta as a first thing. So now trading with the Nexus coin has become even simpler than before. Before we got on there, but it wasn't as convenient as possible. Now I'm excited that it's fully integrated in Ether Delta, in Etherscan, and in MyEther Wallet. 3 tools we're using. Those are all Ethereum token tools. They're all interoperable tools. There's other tools also. So we'll keep expanding those different tools. There's other decentralized Ether token exchanges we'll look at. We're also talking with more of the traditional ones because they're the bigger, more well-known ones. I don't want to give out too many names because then we're working with them, but we haven't got confirmation that they're adding us yet. So I don't want to give the expectation that we're going to be on those exchanges, but we are talking to several of the more well-known exchanges. So Nexus NXX is fully integrated now with the tools we've introduced to date.
Fantastic. I did a trade on Ether Delta this week. It was so much fun. It was a lot of fun. I said, this is going to be addictive. But anyway, and also you can find all the updated instructions on nexuscoin.com. They're being, as things have changed throughout the week, everything's been updated, so very easy to follow through those. So we do have some questions about coins right now, so let's go ahead and address those. Claudia asked, I have 19 people who have coin addresses in my wallet, and when I migrate the coins in my wallet, they put all the coins into one lump sum. How can I get all those coins separated into separate addresses?
Did she go, it sounded like she went through the migration process, and then we added up her total coins in her wallet with of all the addresses in her wallet, and we sent all those Nexus tokens equal to that amount to her one Ether address. Does that sound like what she's saying?
Yeah, so it wasn't separated,
okay.
Claudia, so yeah. So go ahead.
Yeah, when you did your submission, Claudia, you gave us one Ether address and one Nexus coin address, and then sent us all the coins. With that Nexus coin address, when you sent all your coins, then we were able to see all of the related addresses so we could get the total number of coins that you had in your wallet. The migration submission form is one submission per wallet. And the reason for that is so that we can see all the coins you have in your wallet. What you have to do is, and there's been several people who have done this, in the exact same scenario, they had many coin addresses in their wallet because they were holding coins for other people. The problem is the Nexus coin wallet and all of those wallets, you can't really control at the address level. For matter of fact, when you send coins out of your Nexus coin wallet or any of those, they're QT wallets. It's all the same code. When you send the coins out, you don't get to pick which address you send them from, so you don't really have control over the addresses. Matter of fact, even when you do staking, you don't control, which addresses are getting the staking. Different addresses could be getting staking, from other addresses, all in your wallet. So there's no control at the address, or very little control at the address level. It's really treated as a wallet of all those. And the assumption is the wallet's one person. We have a unique situation where people are managing other people's wallets because our audience is not a techie audience. We have a lot of that going on. So what you need to do is you've received all the coins that were in your wallet, you've received those as Ether tokens all to your Ether address. All you need to do is each individual that you had in your wallet, they need to set up their own MyEther wallet. So have them go through the process. The instructions right on the nexuscoin.com website of setting up an Ether wallet. Have them each set up their own Ether wallet, then they'll have their own Ether address. One thing I really like about the MyEther wallet is each wallet has one address. There is no multiple addresses per wallet. When you set up a MyEther wallet, you have one address, and that's it. So have each of your people set up a MyEther wallet, and then they'll have an Ether address. Now you can send the appropriate number of coins that you were holding for them, send them to their Ether address, and now it's under their control. You don't need to worry about it any longer. You don't need to hold or manage their coins for them. Just send them their Nexus tokens directly to their Ether address. That's all you have to do.
All right, sounds good. Michael does make a note here that the Chrome extension does not automatically display the NXX yet.
Correct. It's still in the Nexus Chrome extension. It's actually a copy of the regular MyEther wallet website, and they maintain those separately. They've got two different developer teams that maintain those, and the Chrome extension, which is MyEther Wallet CX, it looked like a few versions behind the website. So as soon as they get that updated, then they'll have the code in that recognizes Nexus as a default token. The CX extension does not recognize Nexus as a default token yet, but the regular website, MyEther Wallet, does recognize Nexus as a default token.
Yeah, so they just need to catch up. Okay, Help
Yeah.
just says, is one address kind of could it be a privacy concern?
Yeah, that is something that's been brought up, is kind of the purist would create a different address for every transaction. I just haven't seen that. It's a personal issue with people. Um, I need to do a little more research to see what workaround there is for that. But it could be if you're concerned and you really desire to have a different address for each transaction. But my Ether wallet doesn't look like it supports that.
Okay.
No, it doesn't, because it's a smart contract.
Yep.
Yep. And there, that in itself is fantastic. So I don't see any privacy issue there. So Kelly's really become an expert on a lot of this stuff. And Don Padilla has a question that I think Kelly would really like to answer this one, because she's been back there in the help information. But he wants instructions on transferring the Nexus over to my Ether, from my Ether wallet over to the Ledger wallet. Would you recommend him go into the help back there, Kelly?
Yes, definitely. That's it. It actually has the instructions back there. Right.
Yeah,
Here.
it's kind of cool, because the Ether wallet is integrated. When you go to open your wallet, one of the options is to open your wallet or access your wallet on the Ledger hardware wallet. So you can use the Ether wallet user interface that's interfacing with your hardware wallet. It's almost like if you had your Keystore file on a USB drive. You're accessing that wallet on your USB drive through the Ether wallet website. You can do the same thing with your hardware wallets.
Fantastic. I know I haven't tried that yet myself, Don, but I believe the instructions are probably be pretty simple to walk through that. So let us know how you succeed there, and I'm going to do it as well soon. All right. I don't see any more questions right now on Nexus token. So let's move forward with the next list we have on to talk about today, which is the affiliate websites.
Yeah, we've been talking about this for a while. People have been asking, they've looked at our new web presence, our Nexus Partners and Nexus University, Nexus Rewards, Nexus Coin, a whole new web presence, and it's really cool looking. I love what Richard LeBlanc did in designing all this. But our affiliates have been asking, well, when do we get a refresh of our affiliate websites? Those are the self-replicated websites. Every affiliate gets their own personalized version of the website. Well, we've completed that this week, but we took it a step further. We've given all the affiliates 2 of their own personal websites. Whatever your username is, if your name is Joe Blow, then you can type in joeblow.nexusuniversity.com, and it will bring up your own personalized version of the, let me see here. Yeah, bring that up, Kelly. Bring up yours.
That's me.
So you can see there's a little floating box up there in the upper right-hand corner under the black bar that has Kelly's information. You don't have your name on there. What's cool about that is maybe I'm just not seeing it. I just see the first line I'm seeing is Skype and mobile. But you have complete control.
I don't want to overwhelm.
That's very good.
Right. I don't.
So it is.
Click this and go to my website.
The cool thing is that we call that your marketing signature, because it's used in many other places, not just on your affiliate website. But that's completely under your control. You can go to your back office under account profile, and you'll see an editor in there called marketing signature. And you can edit that. You can format it. It's like fonts, colors. You can even put pictures in there, and we'll show you that here in a minute. Well, let me talk about it right now. Kelly doesn't have a picture uploaded, but if you're in your affiliate back office and you select the menu option, account profile, and scroll down about the middle of your profile page, you'll see a button to upload your photo. It can be, I think, any of the standard file types for photos, PNG, GIFs, JPEGs, and it has a size limit of 50K. So you may have to trim your picture down if if it's larger than 50K. But once you upload your video, scroll down a little bit there, Kel. Okay, right there you see image upload right above your marketing signature editor. And yeah, and here you can see her signature you saw on her webpage is right there. But it's like Microsoft Word. You have all these toolbars to do any type of formatting you want. It's really powerful. You can get in there and play around. You could also put links in there. You could put a link to send someone directly to your registration page to sign up as an affiliate if you wanted to. Or if you're on the customer one, you could put a customer one in there. But here's the trick on the pictures on your signature. Once you upload your image, you can drag and drop that image right into your signature. Just click on it with your mouse, and then drag it into the marketing signature box and let the mouse button up, and it will drop your image right into your marketing signature. Kelly's showing on the screen here, the marketing signatures are very powerful. This is your default marketing signature, but you could create additional signatures for special purposes. For example, you now have 2 affiliate websites. You could have a different, I've only shown you one, I've shown you Nexus University. You also have another affiliate website for Nexus Partners. So it's your username.nexuspartners.com. joeblow.nexuspartners.com brings up the Nexus Partners, the whole corporate Nexus Partners website, but personalized for you. But you could have a different marketing signature on your Nexus Partners website than on your Nexus University website. Now, why would you want to do that? The Nexus University website is designed for retailing, for selling the university courses. The Nexus Partners website is designed for recruiting. So you really want to send your prospective affiliates to Nexus Partners, and you want to send if you're selling or promoting the Nexus University courses, send them to your Nexus University site, and then there's a button on there to buy courses. They can click that button and purchase courses. On the Nexus Partners website, there's a button that says Become Affiliate, to join as an affiliate. Also on the Nexus Partners site, Kelly, if you'll go back to Nexus Partners, bring up your Nexus Partners affiliate site. But I want to show them something that's really cool that's not on the corporate Nexus Partners website.
I think am I there?
You're on the Nexus
No,
University.
I'm not.
Go ahead and just type in your username.nexuspartners.com. Now you have your own personalized version of the Nexus Partners website. As soon as it loads here, there we go. And, oh, you did this, Kelly. Kelly's already taken advantage of the feature I told you about with multiple signatures. On this site, she has, unless you just added this, you see the signature was a little different than what was popping up on Kelly's Nexus University site. Now scroll down a little bit, Kelly, if you will, below the picture of this young girl. We added to here, because this is a recruiting website for you, we added the 7-minute Nexus opportunity video. So now
Sweet.
You can send people to the site, they can watch the 7-minute video. It's all personalized for you. Then you can continue your contact with them to get them recruited. And that you'll see there at the top of the black bar, there's a button that says Become Affiliate. And when you click on that, Kelly, Become Affiliate, I'm going to show you one more thing. You'll notice in blue below the text, it says, You've been referred by Kellyanne Pope. So it's your personalized site. It remembers who did the referral. So anyone who joins off either of your 2 sites will be linked to you either as a customer or as an affiliate. You can go back now. And I think that's about it.
This is great.
Yep, that's about it for your affiliate website. So all our affiliates now have 2 affiliate websites. I'm continuing, we're doing some refinements on it. We got this, it's all up and running. There's some tweaks I want to make on this. Also, the current one is only supporting desktop. We have a tablet and a mobile version of your affiliate websites also. So we're working on those to get those up and probably have those up this week for you.
Awesome. Well, I know John Williams is thankful for this. So great job. Awesome. Now I'm going to have to go in and change my domain name again. That's okay. I can do that. Well, look, we have a new lead page this week too, don't we?
Yes. Kelly, if you will go to your back office and go to lead pages. We have a new lead page for you. Marketing lead pages. And I organized them a little bit differently too, if you noticed. At the very top of the list, I put the 7-minute video. That seems to be the one people are using the most. And right below that, the Nexus 777 plan. But there's a new one right below that. The third one down says Bitcoin Gold Rush. That is a, click on the preview of that. The second icon on the right on this list allows you to preview that lead page. This is a new video that we put together. It's a 2-minute video. I think it's a very clever. Relating the Bitcoin gold rush to the California gold rush in 1849 here in the States. It's an amazing correlation between those two. But if you watch this, just watch it for fun if nothing else and share it with people. This lead page is designed to give to anyone who's been involved with any of the cryptocurrency MLM projects out there. And there's tons of them, but this speaks directly to them. Yeah, every one of those MLM cryptocurrency projects are like the prospectors. There were thousands of them chasing the dream to California to get to to find gold. Unfortunately, what you don't hear much about is that most of those prospectors lost money. They went home empty-handed. And the only ones who got rich were the suppliers supplying the picks and shovels to the prospectors. So there is a very interesting correlation, and then it closes a 2-minute video with an invitation to Nexxus Partners to get rich off the Bitcoin gold rush by delivering on the support infrastructure. And that's the focus there is we don't sell coins. We provide the support infrastructure for the whole industry. And you can get rich off delivering the support infrastructure. And that's the key of this message. So you share this with anyone, especially if they ask a question, well, how's Nexus different from OneCoin? You're both selling education, right? So this is the answer to that question. Every MLM cryptocurrency project is out there selling coins. They're nothing more than the prospectors rushing to California by the thousands to try to get rich off finding gold. That's identical to what all of the MLM coins are doing out there. We are the only one I'm aware of that does not focus on getting rich off being a prospector, but really getting rich off being the suppliers that support the prospectors. We support the industry. We are a service provider for the whole industry. We support the infrastructure for the industry. That's how we're different from everyone else.
Yeah,
so
really.
Watch this video just for fun. I think it's a clever video they put together, and it's an animated video with a kind of an old miner rusky voice doing the narration on it. But I think it's very, very well done.
Yeah, real cute video. A lot of people will be using this for sure. So, all right. I'm just looking through the questions here. Yeah. I bet you've watched it about 5 times already, Kelly. Michael says that the 7.7 plan, lead page, and PowerPoint are in Spanish. They're in process. He also has some other comments up here. Let me get to them. The Bitcoin opportunity lead page has English subtitles. Spanish subtitles are coming shortly. Bitcoin Gold Rush lead page, English and Spanish subtitles are also coming shortly. So thank you very much there, Michael.
Yeah, what Michael and I may do is we may create another version of the Bitcoin Gold Rush and take it a step beyond subtitles and actually change all of the gold text is the gold text that was added to the California Gold Rush story. We may just go through that, Michael and I, and create a new video where that gold text is all in Spanish right in the video. I think that'd be pretty cool.
That would be cool. All right, good job. All right, just seeing if there's any more questions we should answer now. So I'm going to move ahead and say no. We'll pick up any other questions at the very end of the call. Not only, is the August 1st change was industry news, this, continuous industry news this week, but also the SEC had some news come out this week. You want to fill us in on that, Bob?
Yes, very exciting news. I love the news because it's cleaning up the industry. But the SEC's come out and said basically, and there have been many articles on this, and I've been reading many differing opinions, even among our own group here. But the SEC is making a valid point in saying that it doesn't matter how the security is being delivered. It's still a security. One thing that's important for people to understand is the definition of a security. That was defined by the SEC, by a case back in 1946. It was a case called SEC versus Howey. And in that case, they defined what a security is. A little background on Howey for you. I won't take much time on this. Howey was he owned a bunch of land. It was a company. It was an individual in his company. He owned a bunch of citrus land, fruit trees, orange trees down in Florida. And he had this scheme. He kept half of it for himself, and then he sold the other half to finance his half of it. But his clever idea didn't quite pan out, and he lost this lawsuit against the SEC. He sold people plots of citrus, and then he sold them a maintenance agreement where they would lease it back to him, and then he would maintain it for them. The problem is the SEC said that's an investment. Once you understand the definition of investment, then you understand why that's true. There's three tests the SEC uses to define if something is really an investment or not. Number one, an investment of money, and I've heard it defined also of money and kind. So there's an investment of money, and the investment is in a common enterprise. It means there has to be a company you're investing that money in. But the third point is the most important one, and that is that the person investing the money in the common enterprise has an expectation of profits predominantly on the efforts of others and not on themselves. So if you hear this passive income, hey, I just want to put money in and sit back and have that money work for me. Technically, that's an investment. That is a security, and that's what the SEC is trying to protect against. I'm kind of on the side of the SEC on this. Some of you may groan about that. From one perspective, and the reason why I am is because I do so much time analyzing all the scams. The SEC is not trying to change the principles of blockchain technology. They're trying to protect people from getting scammed. That's all they're trying to do. They're not trying to eliminate the privacy of the blockchain. They're not trying to do any of that. All they're trying to do is say, if you're going to convince people to invest money in your company, you need to make sure that you're doing it legitimately. That's all the SEC is doing. So I'm kind of on the side of the SEC here. But in one of the articles, the main cryptocurrency project they pointed out was the DAO. That was an Ethereum token. But if you study the DAO was an investment fund. That's what it was. It was set up as an investment fund, and people paid money to buy the tokens to put their money in, and then because they own the tokens, they owned a percentage of the DAO. They owned stock in the DAO, and the DAO would then take that money that came in, and they raised a lot of money. It was, do you remember, Kelly's, how much it was? It was
in January, I can't remember.
It was tens of millions of dollars, if not $100 million. It was a large number. But they would then take that money that people would buy tokens with, and then they would invest it in a fund, and then the earnings from those investments would go to the owners of the fund. So technically, people were investing. They were buying stock in the DAO. Now, there's two different issues here. There's one about what the law says. There's another one about what they can enforce. The question always comes up in the DAO. Well, if the SEC did choose to not enforce any action against the DAO or the company that kind of created the DAO, I think it was called Slockit. It decided to not enforce anything. They didn't say why, but the question came up, well, who would they shut down? it's the DAO is decentralized, so who are they going to shut down? So on one sense, decentralization kind of prevents them from doing that. On the other hand, they are trying to protect innocent people from being taken advantage of by the different scams. I'm sensitive to that only because of my research in all the scams. You look at OneCoin. OneCoin has bilked over 2 million people out of $7 billion. We know that is a complete scam. We know that people lost their life savings in that scam. So from that perspective, you've got to feel for those people who were scammed. Now, the trick though is, how do you do that without infringing on the principles of blockchain technology? That's the balance there. We want the protection, but we don't want to lose our rights. Correct? And that's really what the government is really supposed to be, is to protect our rights, but not infringe on our rights. So it's a touchy area. There's pros and cons on both sides of it. But to me, it's great news on two fronts. Number one, it's helping to clean up the industry. So all these MLM scams going out there, every one of them is in violation of the SEC right now, because they're all selling coins. They're saying, come buy our coin. It's cheap now. We're the new, better improved Bitcoin. And when we go public, the price is going to skyrocket. You're going to be rich overnight. It's a story they all tell. They're all doing it. There's a company right here in Dallas. I'm going to do a little review for you later on this call if we have time. Let's do the exact same thing. People are coming, they're buying packages of coins. That is a direct violation of the SEC. And now the SEC's laid it out in black and white that is a violation. You're selling a security. So I'm fully supportive of the SEC on that. Get these scam companies out there that are fooling people, they're cheating people out of their money with something that has no value. And but we'll get into it in the review. But anyway, that's the SEC. There's also another article that was put out by BehindMLM.com, and he also addresses the same thing. The SEC confirms cryptocurrency MLMs are securities offerings. Now he's making a general statement there. He's assuming that all cryptocurrency MLMs are selling securities, are selling coins. All of them are, except for one, Nexus. Nexus is a cryptocurrency company that uses affiliate marketing, pays out compensation in multiple levels, but it does not sell any securities. Our product, we don't sell coins. That's not our product. Our product are the support services for the industry. Our product are our education and our shopper rewards. Those are our products. The marketing service for merchants. That's our product we're selling. That's what generates the revenue. We have true retail sales. But this is very interesting here. I love this. The Behind MLM doesn't always get it right, but this one here I think is right on. It's basically saying, hey, all you MLM companies are selling cryptocurrency coins to people, and these are unaccredited investors are selling to, giving them the dream that they're going to get rich because their coin is going to go public and be worth a lot of money. It never pans out that way. It never works out the way. They're all scams. So they're clamping down on that kind of stuff. So hopefully SEC is going to be looking closer into those companies. The other thing I really like about it is this will probably send in those scam companies are a lot of good people that have gotten tricked, that have kind of fallen for their story. Many of those good people have got a taste of cryptocurrency, the potential and power of cryptocurrency, and will be looking for a legitimate opportunity. That's Nexus. So we'll drive many of those good, legitimate people to a legitimate opportunity in the cryptocurrency industry. So that's the flip side also that I like about this ruling is it's cleaning up the garbage in the industry and driving people to the good companies in the industry.
Right. Well, they were also focusing on the ICOs.
Yeah. They talked about the ICOs, and here's the difference on the ICOs. An ICO, if the SEC sees that people are selling the ICO to raise funds, and the only purpose was to raise funds, and people were buying buying the tokens on the ICO as an investment by the Howey law, which means I'm going to buy the token, I'm going to sit back, and I'm going to sit back, and I'm going to let that token, I'm going to let the company behind the ICO give me a return on investment, basically build the value of that token. That's the definition of a security. Whether we like it or not, it really is a security. It's best to look at this as if your mother is the one who is buying into this. You want her to be protected, but you just don't want to. The downside of that is it will hamper innovation in the U.S. because of that. So there is a trade-off. There's pros and cons of both sides of that. It will hamper innovation, but it will also force the ICO companies to do a lot better job in their business plans and in their what are called PPOs, private placement memorandum, PPMs, private placement memorandums. It'll force those companies to do a better job and not just go out and try to raise millions of dollars on a concept on a napkin. And that's what many of these ICOs have been doing. It'll force them to do a more thorough job in their business plan. We're not saying those ICOs are scams. We're just saying they need to be doing a more thorough job. I lived through this through the .com era. The exact same thing happened. There was millions and millions and millions of dollars thrown at .com companies that were concepts on a napkin. They didn't have anything up and running. They didn't have any systems up and running. They just had an idea. Because they were .com, people were throwing crazy money at them. And when the bubble burst on the .coms in March 2000, almost all those companies went out of business. The only ones that survived are the ones that had sustainable business models and were profitable and didn't have to try to exist off of new investor money coming in. It didn't mean they were scams. It just means that they weren't organized well enough to sustain themselves. So there's a difference between that of not being well run and profitable versus being a scam. I'm not trying to say that the ICOs are scams. I'm just saying that this will force them to do a better job so that their likelihood of success is higher. But the ICOs that are now the ones that aren't afoul of the SEC are the ones that are delivering a token for real utility. For example, the Ether token is a real utility on the Ethereum platform. So that would not fall under a security at all. So there are good ICO projects out there. If they're buying privileged access to the utility of that solution, then that's not deemed a security. That's not an investment waiting for a return on investment by doing nothing in a common enterprise. But if you're buying that utility so you can use that token for that utility, that's where you get in with the ICOs that are okay. So the SEC is not saying all ICOs are bad. They're just saying that they're taking a close look that some of the ICOs, I've even seen some that, and many of them do this, that the token is also stock in the company. That clearly is a violation because you're selling ownership in the company so you get a share of the profits of that company. That is no different than buying stock in a company on the stock market. When the company does an IPO and you're buying stock in that company, hoping that company is going to produce a profit so you get a return on that, that is a security. And that really isn't any different. You have to look past the technology. And that's what the SEC is saying. Said, hey, we don't care that you've got a completely different, innovative, great technology to deliver it. You're still selling a security to the public. So you better be smart and you better do it right so that people don't get ripped off. People are going to lose money because businesses succeed and fail. That's different than trying your best at making a company successful and it just doesn't work out. That's different than people who are running true scams and just trying to cheat people out of their money, and they have no revenue model, they have no business model, they have no retail products, they have no value delivered to the marketplace. That's what we're trying to protect people from. Those are the scams. They're just trying to trick people with some fancy marketing story about how they're going to get rich overnight. That's the garbage we want to get cleaned up in the industry. So, and it happened to the internet. The companies that survived the crash in 2000 are the good, solid companies. They're the Amazon.coms. They're the Priceline.coms. They're the good companies now that have good, sustainable business models that are delivering value to the marketplace. That's what we want with cryptocurrency. So Kelly, I probably threw some cold water on your fire there, and I apologize.
No, it just comes with self-responsibility. You know, when I'm looking at the ICOs, I make sure I read through, and there's certain things, you know, because like you said, you don't know that somebody's not out there just setting you up to walk away with quite a bit from many people. So it's just wise to do your own research, be smart about it, and do your due diligence. And coming to these calls and learning things like this is very helpful as well. So absolutely, there needs to be some cleanup in the industry, and I see it. But you know, decentralization is king over here. So that's a good thing too, because it's merging two different things that are also blossoming to something beautiful. So no problems there with me. Now, since you did talk about, you know, you've been giving us some updates on some different MLM companies out there. You want to just update us on a couple that you've done? Is it BitQuick?
Yeah, there's one, and this is very timely too, because this fits right in with the whole SEC stuff that happened this week. This review I did just fit right in. I wrote the review before the SEC came out, but it highlights the problem. You know, we want decentralized blockchain technology to be wildly successful. And one of the best ways that you can help to make it successful is to clean up the trash that's bringing it down. So this is a boon for decentralization. This is not against decentralization. This is actually a huge plus for decentralization, because you got to clean up the garbage. I've always said bad actors are the first ones to adopt new technology. We've seen it many times. We've seen it with personal computers. We've seen it with the internet. We're seeing it with cryptocurrency. When the bad actors are cleaned up, then that technology becomes better and better and more respected and more widely used. So this is a boon for decentralization. Now, I wrote a quick review. I'm going to read it to you, and I shared it earlier with some people, so some of you already read this, but it really highlights what we're talking about with cleaning up the industry and being smart and being able to distinguish, like Kelly said, do your homework, be responsible, and study these offerings so you can make the decision. And some of the points I make in this review will help you with that, how to analyze the different offerings. So I wrote back on July 23rd, about 5 days ago, about a company called BitQuick. Another new cryptocurrency company named BitQuick has surfaced with a network marketing income opportunity. This company is of particular interest to me for several reasons, including they're headquartered in my backyard of Dallas, Texas. Some of my family acquaintances have become involved with BitQuick. I personally met the founders of the company many years ago, and I bump into them occasionally. And I personally know the developers that designed and built the BitQuick cryptocurrency. So I've had private conversations with the developers of this. So I have kind of some inside scoop on the development of the coin. The marketing company BitQuick was founded by Sam Mendez and Bruce Bice in early 2017. They created their own cryptocurrency Ethereum token called BitKey, B-I-T-Q-Y. They pronounce it BitKey on May 1st, 2017, with a total supply of 10 billion tokens, and they've already distributed 930 million tokens, about 10%, just under 10%. As of this writing, they have 10,830 token holders. The BitKey token contract details can be viewed at, I've got a link in the review. This review will be published, by the way, to everyone to see if they want to. Now listen to this one. This will help you in your analysis of any opportunity. The two biggest indicators of a company's potential for success are its people and its products. First, let's look at the BitQuick people. Bruce and Sam have been partners for a long time, launching and promoting many network marketing companies, including Get Moving Today, called GMT in 2002, that went bankrupt in 2003. Another company, Celebrity Galleries International in 2005, and it crashed in 2007. Many of you may remember My Shopping Genie. That was Sam and Bruce's company, My Shopping Genie. They launched it in 2011, and it collapsed in 2012 because they failed to pay the bonuses out to their affiliates. Another one came out more recently called, I think it's called Calorchi in 2016. It collapsed later in the same year. Now, Bruce Bice did take a little break while he was incarcerated in the Arizona State Prison for nearly 5 years for business fraud from January 1997 to September 2001. Just last year, they were both promoting another cryptocurrency coin called YoCoin with the exact same marketing story they're now using to promote BitKey. I attended one of their YoCoin opportunity meetings where they demoed a rough beta mobile app that would eventually provide daily deals for shoppers from local merchants. They told everyone that this would create demand for YoCoin and skyrocket its price. That was their story at this meeting. YoCoin price did pump up to nearly 34 cents in July 2016, and then it promptly crashed to its current price of a third of a penny, and it's remained there for over 6 months. Many people lost a lot of money in YoCoin. Sam and Bruce seem to have a history of starting network marketing companies and shutting them down or getting shut down. Where the money went is anybody's guess. So that's the people. Next, let's take a close look at the products. BitQuick has no retail products for the public. It started selling packages of BitQuick coins to its affiliates. Shortly afterwards, it added an eye serum called Cleta Levi. The eye serum has nothing to do with cryptocurrency, and it appears to be a fake facade product to attempt to fool the regulators. For $349, an affiliate now gets 4 1.5 milliliters of eye serum and $250 worth of BitKey coins. It's obvious to anyone, including the regulators, that looking at the marketing videos that the affiliates are purchasing the BitKey coins and have no interest in the eye serum. You never hear, they never even talk about the eye serum. It's a fake product out there to try to say, hey, we have a retail product. Unfortunately, no retail customers buying it. The only one buying are the affiliates. BitQuick also implies that their BitKey token will increase in value by its association with many other industries. They have built several other related products. They have a white-labeled travel booking engine called Travel BQ. They have the revived Kalorchi website that crashed last year, supposedly to compete with Amazon. They've got a dating mobile app called 15 Winks, and I actually saw that app when I first met Bruce and Sam many years ago. That's been probably 7 or 8 years ago. That never went anywhere, but now they're bringing it up with BitQuick, and they have an employment mobile app called Employ Me, and it's not released. It's still under development. The problem is there's no information about how these solutions will support or accept BitKey. They just introduced them out there and say, well, these are all going to promote, BitKey, but there's no information in there about them accepting BitKey or how BitKey is going to benefit. So it's kind of a fake front of kind of hyping up their coin because they have all these other related services. The problem is the related services don't have any tie to the BitKey coin. It's all part of the story. Now, they do have one solution called Quick Deals that is supposed to compete with Groupon. It only takes 30% of the revenue paid by the customer rather than the 50% that Groupon normally takes. Groupon may not be the best model to copy since its stock has plummeted from $26.11 to $3.65 in the last 5 years due to its poor value proposition for merchants. Groupon attracts a lot of shoppers to the merchants looking for great deals, but the promise of customer retention goes unfulfilled as the deal jumpers move on to the next big discount. That's the problem with Groupon, is the shoppers don't stick. They're just looking for the next big deal, and they'll move on to the next sandwich shop next week that offers the next half-off coupon. BitQuick has another major problem with its quick deal solution. The numbers don't add up. In their marketing videos, they claim if the customer pays $100, the merchant gets $70 and BitQuick gets $30. The problem is they say that the $30 goes to purchase BitKey tokens, and they give those $30 worth of tokens now to the merchant, the shopper, and the referring affiliates of the merchant and shopper. The problem is they also say that 25% of that $30 is paid in bonuses to the sales upline. Wait a minute, that's $37.50 paid out, but they only received $30. I guess they'll make it up in volume. Of course, we all know that BitQuick is banking on their large stash of 10 billion free BitKey tokens. They've already distributed 10% of their tokens in a few startup months. How long do they think the BitKey tokens will last? 36 months, 24 months, 18 months? Who knows? However long the supply lasts, it is a fixed supply that will eventually run out. They will have to purchase the BitKey tokens from the open market to give away the quick deals. Then they really will be spending more than they're taking in. But who knows if they'll even be around that long. It looks like It looks like they may be, it looks like that may be what management's planning on, if they've even thought that far ahead. They don't have a long-term sustainable business model. Their numbers don't even add up. Bitquick may also have unwittingly outsmarted itself with its Bitkey token, including stock ownership in the company. According to their marketing materials, every Bitkey token includes 1/10 of a share of stock. Selling cryptocurrency directly to investors with promises of huge returns is already a very dark gray area. But now they're admittedly selling stock in their company. That is a clear violation of selling unregistered securities. Interestingly also, they sold millions of Bitkey coins before they physically existed on the Ethereum blockchain on May 1st, 2017. As we know, all the blockchain information, it's a public ledger. So I did a lot of research on this, and the Bitkey token didn't even exist until May 1st, and they were selling those tokens many months before that. They were selling people all these Bitkey coins, and it didn't even exist. They were making them up. Companies like Bitquick are getting more and more clever in disguising their scams. The average consumer doesn't look past the marketing hype to see what's really going on under the hood. The reality is Bitquick is just another pump and dump program. They use the age-old "we have a better Bitcoin" story and compare Bitcoin's meteoric rise from pennies to thousands of dollars, implying that their coin will do the same thing. The only buyer demand is from speculators looking to dump their coins at the most opportune moment. The answer always lies in the value creation. Successful companies create value and deliver it to the marketplace. So the real question for any cryptocurrency coin is, what utility are you providing to make the world a better place? End of review.
Fantastic
Bob,
review. Go ahead, Bill.
I was looking at this article that we talked about yesterday on the Cointelegraph, a guy named Draper, and he analyzed the SEC's ruling there, and I'm going to read it directly to you what he says. If the purpose of a token is for investment, it must register with the SEC. If the purpose of a token is to raise money for a company, and the money is used to support the company, it must register with the SEC. And here's the real one. If the purpose of a token is for societal transformation and all proceeds go to the support and development of the token, it need not register.
Exactly.
Okay? And we fall under that last category there because we have a token that is a utility. It says for societal transformation. That is our utility to bring about that. And as we talked yesterday, I don't know how many of you are old enough to remember, but well, if you've ridden bus services you could buy a token to ride the bus or the subway, and you could go in and drop in 50 cents, a quarter, or 50 cents, or you could buy a token. If you bought the tokens, you could get those at a little better price, but you could only spend them on the bus or the subway. And that's the same analogy of what we are in our rewards program. You can earn the tokens, you could buy the tokens, but they're only utilized, the points are utilized within, not only, but they're utilized primarily within the network, that is, i.e. to ride the bus or the subway.
They have utility. That's the key.
All right, great. Well, this will be
great. Thank you, Bill. That's a good clarification. Kelly, go ahead.
Yeah, and this will be a good time to answer Helg's question, where he wants you just to explain a little bit more about our ecosystem and how it reflects to the value of the Nexus token.
Well, there's a long answer on that one, but let me try to give you the brief explanation. The token is used, the Nexus token is used as the internal currency for the Nexus Rewards program. So we provide a service to merchants, so those merchants can get and keep new customers. But the token is used as the currency for that service. So as we're helping merchants get and keep new customers, the way we're doing that is providing those tokens, just like you were going to buy a bus token. We're giving those tokens to them so then they can redeem those to get value for those from the merchants. our shoppers are not don't even have to buy tokens. They just earn the tokens from shopping, and they can use those because it has utility. It can be acquired, accumulated, and redeemed at any of the merchants, internal token. I want to address another one of Helg's points that he brought up not in this discussion, offline. We reviewed a company last week called iCoin Pro. iCoin Pro's done something on the surface that appears to be very clever, and Helg brought this out to me. He said, hey, what's going on here? iCoin Pro now has a solution just like Nexus Rewards called Pro Rewards. So I delved into that and took a look at it. On the surface, it appears that way, but if you dive in, you realize they're not signing up merchants. What they're doing is they're tapping into an affiliate program that already exists on the internet. Many of you notice that all of the big online stores have affiliate programs, and there are even affiliate program brokers that you can go to. You can sign up, and then when you go shopping at Target pays an affiliate fee, X percentage, off the shopping. Many MLM companies have tried this, and I've analyzed this before. They'll put together a whole network marketing company just on affiliate fees. They'll say, hey, our marketing program, is you can go shopping at all these big online merchants in their big box stores. They're just using that merchant's affiliate program. Let's just say that Target was going to give you a 5% affiliate fee if you shop there online. Then what the company does, they usually split it, and then they'll take 2.5%, and they'll pay it out in a comp plan. That's all that iCoin Pro has done. They've just tapped into this affiliate program. They're not setting up merchants. They're not even dealing with local merchants. They're not going with local merchants at all. But here's the key. They're saying when you go shopping at these companies, then we'll give you coins when you go shopping at these at these merchants. Target knows nothing about iCoin Pro. They just happen to have an affiliate program that iCoin Pro is using, but Target is not accepting the coin, and neither are any of the other merchants that iCoin Pro is claiming that you can go shopping with iCoin Pro. You can go shopping just to buy stuff online, then iCoin Pro will give you some coins, but the coins are useless. You can't use those coins with any of the merchants. It's something that iCoin Pro is doing on the side. It's not part of the shopping network at all. The bottom line on this is iCoin Pro is putting this together to further hype their story of see how valuable we are. We have an opportunity for you to shop and go get coins just from shopping. On the surface, they're doing it just to make themselves look more credible. But when you look at the nuts and bolts, the coin is not tied to the shopping at all, except you earn more coins, but the coin has no use, has no utility. It's more just ways of hyping their coin up, get people to believe that their coin is going to be worth something because we'll give you some of those coins if you go shopping. Now, the company is getting the affiliate fee, so you're going shopping. What happens is the company signs up as an affiliate, and then they're referring all of the members of iCoin Pro as shoppers. And now the company, iCoin Pro, is getting the affiliate fees from Target and all the big box stores. So they're getting all the cash on the shopping, and then they're giving their shoppers their coins, part of their coins. That's what's really going on here. It is nothing like Nexus Reward, nothing remotely. They have to use the name Rewards in their Pro Rewards. But that's a little update on iCoin Pro that we reviewed yesterday.
Bob, maybe your Freudian slip at the early part of your presentation there, iCon Pro, is a little more appropriate.
Yeah, I noticed that when I said that. The iPro Con.
iCon Pro instead of iCoin Pro.
Yeah. Kelly, back to you.
Wow, unreal what some of these schemes people will come up with, right?
Well, they have to come with, every con man is very personable. They always come up with a believable story, and you can't detect the lie in the story unless you dig deep. That's how cons work. Cons just don't come out and blatantly lie. That'd be too obvious. So all these stories sound good. You have to dig deep to find the truth.
Wow. Well, thanks for all those updates. And see, this is just helping everybody not get in this, which I know we're focused here at Nexus Partners and we don't need to be anywhere else. But when you're out talking to people, this kind of information is so valuable, so you can guide them and teach them not to get caught up, not to lose. A lot of people lose their savings, their life fortunes, believing, like you said, they're going out to that gold rush and they're going to be millionaires. And they don't go into digging, they don't become self-responsible and actually get out there and do any research on this. So you can be very helpful as partners here with Nexus to take these papers that Bob's written and share this information with people out there that are getting into these other companies, and then guide them to a place where they can come and they can really start creating generational wealth over here with a true utility. And like Bob says, being in the service industry or service company for the industry is where the big money's made. And you've heard me say it over and over. Amazon, Netflix, Apple, when a big technology comes out, they find a way to bring it to the marketplace to make it easy for the people. They're service companies. So again, a real true company here. And you point out, Bob, thank you for doing all the research, because the majority of us wouldn't do it. I will say that I would not do all that research. So thank you for doing that. Let me see. I don't see any questions on that particular. The only question I see left is really one about the Nexus migration from Jewel. She's still having some difficulties. Doesn't really know if she needs to reinstall, uninstall, what she needs to do. So what's your advice for her, Bob?
I want this to be as simple as possible to everyone. And there are some people that just were mangled in the technology problems. Michael Bailey has been super helpful, but it's been a real drain on Michael as well as frustration for everyone else. So what I've been able to do for some people is to verify their ownership of their Nexus coin address through other means, and that'll help kind of shortcut the process. The only challenge, though, is to make sure that all the coins you think you own are at that address on the blockchain. So if you think you own 1,000 coins, go to the Nexus Coin blockchain, look up your Nexus Coin address, and see what the balance is. See what the amount is on there. If it's 1,000 coins and you're confident that that is the number of coins you had, then go ahead and contact us. We'll verify your ownership if we can. We can't always, but if we can verify your ownership of that address. The reason we can is because pretty much we distributed most of those coins, so we know who we gave those coins to. So if we can verify you and your ownership of that address, and you're comfortable with the balance that's at that address, then we'll go ahead and complete the process for you, because it is a headache. Yeah, we do want everyone to go through the complete process and resync their wallet, but I do understand it's a hassle, especially for Michael. He has been so stellar. He is a wonderful individual. Everything he's done for Nexus and really for the people, for everyone, we have to give hats off, standing ovation to Michael Bailey. He's just an amazing individual and willing to help out as many people as he possibly can. But it's a drain on him and it's frustrating for everyone else. So we want to make it as simple as possible. So we'll help out however we can. We're not trying to make it hard for people. We're not trying to get people to not be able to get their tokens. We want everyone to get their tokens. We've distributed about 42% of the tokens already, so we're well underway. We've had several hundred people now that have filed their submission forms. About 10% of the submission forms are still pending. We're waiting for those people to send in their coins, and some of those may be this problem with their wallets not synced or whatever. You can work with Michael, get your wallet synced. Or if you can confirm that you're comfortable with the balance that's on your Nexus address, then just shoot us an email at support@nexusuniversity.com. And if we can verify that through other means, then we'll go ahead and send you the tokens that way.
All right, sounds good. Jewel, just get with me and I can help you get that done. So that shouldn't be any big thing. And yes, she's already sent in a support ticket, Michael, so she's just confused. But Jewel, again, just get with me on Skype and we'll get you taken care of. And Sam says, and I'm going to answer this one. Sam says one of his friends lost his Nexus wallet password, and I always tell people, well, just go searching through your house like a bandit to try to find it, and if you can't find it, then my condolences. Nobody has that. And we have talked about that over and over and over and over and over. And actually, I shared this morning a great Q&A by Andreas. Please go and watch that. It's in all the Skype. Did I put it in the Skype rooms? If I didn't, I will go back and check. I'll put it in the Skype rooms. He talks about why it's so important that you keep your password, your passphrase, laminate it, write it on paper, laminate it, and store it somewhere very safe. So anyway, but yeah, self-responsibility, self-education, it's all about self right here, and decentralization. You got to know that. You got to be responsible. Everybody's just saying thank you. Jules says thank you. Joyce says priceless information. Thank you so much. So any closing remarks from anyone?
Whoever that is that forgot their password, they might be able to work with him in this situation, but never again, you know. But I mean, I know exactly what you're saying there, Kelly, but because of the situation, they may be able to work with him. And I just want to make sure people know, because there's new people on this call, we are not a coin. We don't sell coins here. That's not what we've done or we've ever done, and that's not what we do. We are a services company, so it can get a little confusing when we start talking about migration on this call, because it's completely separate from the company in a way. But I think we can help him, that guy who lost his password.
Okay, well, Sam, just get with Kelly Ann there, and then she can help you with that, hopefully. Also, I want to just point out, too, had there not been issues with the Nexus wallet, you know, the reinstalling and all this process would have been much simpler. So we just had a little glitch in there that caused it a little more difficult. Technology is not really difficult. It's we that try to make it difficult. And I have to say that because I've seen technology get easier and easier. So just because we already had an issue with the wallet, that was what really kind of made this process a little bit more difficult, especially for those that had either new to the wallet or had not kept up with the wallet, done the updates and those kind of things. So Bob or Bill, any closing comments?
You know, we are so excited to move to the Ethereum platform because we can offload all those technology problems onto the Ethereum community tools like MyEther Wallet, Ether Delta, Etherscan. Now we don't have to try to maintain our own blockchain. That's a boon. We are, like I said, we're super excited about that, because then we can focus on our core competency, which is Nexus rewards. That's where we want to focus. That's the heart of Nexus, is the rewards program to help customers, help merchants get and keep new customers, and to give cashback rewards to shoppers.
Fantastic. Well, guys, it's been another great call. Lots of great information. You're up to date on what Bitcoin's doing August 1st. You're up to date on the SEC. You're up to date on Nexus Partners. The best place to be in the industry, by the way. Just take all this information. Just pat yourself on the back for being here. You're a small percentage of people that we're going to continue to, it's our place. You have been chosen to be here at this moment of now to move this movement forward. So go out there, have a great Nexus Day, go share Nexus Partners with people, show them why a service company leading the way to help the industry is the place to be. Let's build this. Let's make the Nexus Partners name out there known with quality, Class A company. Be proud of who you are here and what you have at hand. We're doing things right. We're not cutting any corners. You got a Nexus token that's just beautiful, and you got more information to go out there and determine what other cryptocurrencies and tokens are great for you to have also in your portfolio. So the information's wide here. Just glad you're here to take advantage of that. So again, thanks everybody for being here. Oh, I want to point out too, John Williams is starting a call on Sunday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern. It will be a prospecting call. It'll be through the GoToMeeting website. I'll get the link out to everyone. It'll be Sunday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern. So send this out to your prospects. Get your team involved in this, and always Kelly and Kelly at 11 a.m. Eastern on Monday and Thursdays. So again,
Kelly, let me invite everyone to, right after this call, everyone go watch the Bitcoin Gold Rush. That could be a viral marketing piece. It's very cleverly done to relate the two gold rushes, but spread that I intentionally put it in the marketing pages so that you can share it virally and have your branding, your personalization with that. So challenge everyone, go watch the gold rush, the Bitcoin gold rush, and then share that, post that everywhere, because it's very clever. People will look at that, they'll laugh and say, that's so clever, and they'll share it with all their friends, but it's attached to that's your affiliate lead page, so it's attached with your personalization, but it will spread like a virus.
Absolutely. Great advice there, Bob. And you can also see how many people view it by going to your traffic, which I love to do. And so go out there and share this. It is a fun video, and it will get people very interested. So thanks, everybody, for being here. Love to you all. We'll see you back next time. Aloha.